Hello, if you are just hopping in, I will be with you in just a moment. Okay, well, hello. Happy Thursday. Can you believe it's the end of February already? I have been pretty busy getting ready for a trip that I'm leaving on this Saturday. So I'm not sure if you guys know. First of all, I should probably introduce myself in case you're new. I'm Susan Tapley, and I am a designer with Couture. I'm considered an executive couturier, which means I help other people start businesses just like mine. So keep an eye on what I do tonight, and if this looks fun to you, let me know, and I can get you some information about becoming a designer and being paid to craft, which is my passion. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm getting ready to take a trip to, drumroll, Maui on Saturday. And I am going on this trip because I hit lots and lots of goals with my company, and my customers are devoted to me, and they love to shop with me, and I so appreciate it. I know I could not do this with all of you and the help of my amazing designer team that I work with. So thank you. I am packing for Maui, and I cannot wait to be there. But I am going to be posting some things for you while I'm gone. So if you have any questions or comments, I will be checking in from time to time. So leave those questions and comments for me, and I'll get back to you. Tomorrow night, I also will not be going live because I have a class at 6:30. Hello, Leslie and Cindy. So I won't be able to go live, but I think I posted something for you anyway, so you can check it out. But are you ready to get started on our project tonight? I'm going to pop my screen in so you can see both me and my hands. Oops, that didn't work. There we go. And show you what I've got going on today. I'm going to move my website also so that that is not in our way. I've got a whole mess of stuff here tonight, and I am excited to work with this. So what we're going to be using tonight is our Club Couture transfer, and it's called Go Confidently. So when I was looking at this, I thought of so many people that this would be just a nice little inspirational message for, but I especially thought about kids who are in high school or graduating or college. Thank you, Cindy. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Thank you, Leslie. So kids that are in college, or somebody who's starting a new job, graduating from a school, anybody who just needs a little bit more confidence, because it's been a rough year, let's face it. So this transfer is not for sale. It is not for sale unless you are a Club Couture member. And I know that I've mentioned this to you guys a few times before, but I'm just going to briefly go over what that is before we get started. So I do have a visual up here. Let me pop that over. This is what Club Couture offers you every single month. Of course, I can't see it from my screen right here. But first of all, the transfer that you saw comes in part of a kit. And every month my Club Couture subscribers get an exclusive transfer like this one, and they get 3 chalk paste singles. It's $19.99 in the United States. If you are watching from Canada, I want to say it's $26.99. I am not 100% sure on that though. So you get an exclusive B-size transfer like this one, 8.5 by 11, 3 chalk paste singles, which are like large ketchup size sample packs. They're awesome. You get a video that shows you how to use your transfer, written instructions, and free shipping for your kit. But not only that, my club members get perks like flat rate shipping. It's $4.95 in the United States, no matter how much or how little you order. $4.95, so you're definitely saving on your any Couture order that you have. You get private sales and specials all year long, and you get free copies of our catalog now, which is pretty cool. When you first sign up for Club Couture, you also have the opportunity to purchase a starter kit, which includes a surface like we're using today, one that we used yesterday. Was that yesterday with the coffee one? A couple days ago. It's called a board and base. You get lots of stuff that you're going to really love in that bundle, so be sure to check that out. And I do have a special offer for you if you join my club in February, and it's got to do with this transfer that we're using, because you can still get it. So be sure to check out my VIP group later and see what that special offer is. And if you are not a VIP already, put VIP in the comments and I will get you in there. because that's where all the cool kids hang out. All right, let's go back to our project. So, eek. Before I go any further, if you wouldn't mind, thank you for hitting your SHARE tab on your mobile device or your computer so that other people can see what we're doing tonight, because this is fun stuff. All right, thank you for sprinkling my video. So this is the transfer that we're using tonight. It comes in a cute little package like this every month. So fun, and it's always a surprise to see what we're getting. Sometimes they're seasonal, sometimes they're all occasion. You just never know, and it's always exciting to see what it's going to be. I'm going to put part of this aside for now that you see it, because that's going to be a surprise. But this is a cut apart transfer, and I'm just going to take it out of the packaging and show you what I mean. This one I might just cut up because I didn't bring my slicing tools with me tonight. If you are hopping in, be sure to say hello. I can't wait for Maui. I'm really getting excited. Really, really am. Not real excited to put my bathing suit on, but I will, because you have to. So these have cut apart lines on them. You do want to cut on those lines. You don't have to be perfect at cutting. Doesn't really matter. Just kind of cut near the line. That's all you need to do. Cut the pieces apart. So what I'm planning to do is, I'm not going to use this part, but I definitely could on another project. And I'm going to start by putting arrows on the top and arrows in the bottom, and I'm going to put this in the middle with a twist. So first thing I'm going to do is write on the back of my transfers. This one is a transfer of arrows, so I'm just going to write arrows on the back. And this one I'm going to go write go confidently. All right, you guys have known about Couture for a while. Some of you that are watching. So tell me 2 reasons that you would write on the back of your transfers. 2 reasons. Put it in the comments. Okay, so these are reusable silkscreen transfers. Anywhere that you can see the white showing through the design is actually covered with a very, very fine screen, which our chalk base gets pushed through. But you can see there's lots and lots of detail on there, and you would never ever get that with a stencil. And you could probably make something similar on a cutting machine at home. But guys, if you've ever done weeding, weeding is picking out the little extra parts of your design, you will so appreciate that these you don't have to weed. And they are reusable. So there's lots of things that you can do with these, and just the usability is a great factor for me. So what I'm going to do is, so you don't get them mixed up when they're dry. Yep, there's one other reason. What's the other one? To get these off of your carrier sheet, which is that white paper that we wrote on the back of, is you want to peel it off. I just kind of roll my thumb along the edge, and it usually comes up nice and easy. So I'm going to put my carrier sheet aside, because after we've used the transfer, we are going to wash it and dry it and put it right back on that carrier sheet. So you know which side to put the transfer back on. Thank you, Meg. Go to the head of the class. You guys, Leslie and Meg, you won. So, I lost my train of thought. Our transfer is super sticky on the back side. So what I'm doing is I'm attaching them to this fuzzing towel, and it picks up a little bit of the lint on the back side of the adhesive, which makes it softens the adhesive so it doesn't stick quite so tightly. So depending on how sticky that is, I might do that 2 or 3 times, or even 4, like I just did. So it's much less sticky. Guys, these don't have to be really, really sticky to be used. They stick tight, even with just a little bit of stickiness on them. So I'm going to try to put that fairly centered. Not quite. Yes, you want to put your transfers, after you've washed them and dried them, you want to put them back on the carrier sheets. And writing on the back side reminds you to use the shiny, silky side to put your transfer back on. The sticky side goes to the shine and not on the part that you wrote on. If you stick it to the part that you wrote on, it can stick really, really tight. So here's the scoop, you guys. I was thinking that if I was going to do this for a graduation party or a graduation gift, I would use the school colors. So, what do you think about that? Would you do that? I think that'd be an awesome idea. But today I'm not using my school colors, which are orange and brown. I'm going to be using bright white and Couture teal. I love these colors, and they really pop on the black and the white frame. So, we are using Chalkology paste. It is a creamy form of chalk. Whoops. That goes on wet, dries hard in a matter of minutes, but it is water soluble. So after the graduation party, you can spray this with water and wash it right off. So cool. The chalkboards can be used over and over again. So you guys really do listen to me when I say those things, I guess. I know what school colors Leslie had, because we went to the same high school. But what about you guys? What was your high school color? Your colors? What was your high school color scheme? I don't know. I kind of like the brown and orange just because I'm used to it, I guess. This is a little thick, so I'm going to spray a little water in it. But I know that there's been campaigns to change the colors of our town mascot. And the mascot itself seems to be a little controversial these days. I don't know. It's always been that way. Never really thought too much about it. Black and orange. Halloween. Where are you from, Meg? I like that combination though, especially around Halloween. Okay, so these are nice and smooth and about the consistency of cake batter. And I did add a little bit of distilled water. Get some dust on there. Just to thin it out a little bit. And what my plan is I actually might use these. I'm going to do most of these little arrows in white, but the ones with the bigger, what is that called at the end of an arrow? It's not the point of the arrow, it's the other end where the feathers are. There's probably a name for it. Green, white, and gold. Keene, New Hampshire. Oh my gosh, I knew some people from Keene, New Hampshire. The people that I knew from Keene, New Hampshire, their last name was Nowell, and they owned a convenience store. Do you know that family? Do you know them? All right, so I'm going to start with the white and smooth it over the smaller arrows. And again, the ones with the more feathery look on them, I'm going to do those in teal. I think that'll look really cool. Because why not? Maybe we'll start a new school tradition with white and teal. I'm sure it's somebody's color. Okay, so I'm leaving this on pretty thick because I'm going to scrape all the excess off in a little while. But I want to leave it pretty quick because I have to take my time just a bit so I don't get the colors in the wrong spots. Sometimes it's easy. Like right here, I have a whole pretty wide area that I could use my larger mini squeegee on. The arrow butt. The arrow butt. The arrow. Oh, okay. The arrow butt. Is that really what it's called? Yeah, it works for me. I'll believe you. Because I don't know. Is it called a wither or I don't know. Wither's kind of ringing a bell to me. Any Boy Scouts out there? Oh, only 2 years? Where'd you grow up, Meg? If you weren't in Keene that whole time. Okay, these little guys are coming along. Oops, almost got the wrong one. All right, let's get this little guy in here. It's like surgery, huh? We're going to lift this up really quick when I'm done and put it down here and do it again too. Okay, yep, I got chalk on me. I guess that wasn't quite so tight there. I could have used the bigger one. All over New England, huh? I have lived in the same town my whole life. How's that? Not too many people can say that around here. Never moved out. All right, I think we got them. Now we're going to go back in and scrape off the excess. Actually, I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to do the other arrows first. Let me zoom you guys in a little. There we go. Okay, let's get these, whatever they're called, the butts. Are they really called butts? I don't know. My husband would know. What a beautiful day we had today. It was like warm out. Like you didn't even need your coat really. A sweatshirt was fine. So I spent this morning in getting a COVID test because you have to have one to go to Maui, and it has to be a certain kind of test in certain locations, and you have to carry the results everywhere you go. It's crazy, but they're very safe, and it's pretty healthy, the place to go. Wasn't bad. The test wasn't hard at all. I heard there were some that a little more uncomfortable, but this one was not at all. And we got our results within 15 minutes, negative. Yay, I can go. So I still have a few things to pack. I haven't been shopping in so long that I kind of feel like, ugh, wish I had a few new things, you know? But that's all right. All right, I just saw a spot that I missed right here. So let's pull some of that chalk in. And I'm going to start scraping this off. So I'm going to start with the white and scoop off the excess and put it back in the jar. It's going to be a little tricky. It's pretty tight in here. So if you are doing this with multiple colors like I am, and you are slow chalking, which is fine, there's no problem with that, I would do the paste and peel method, where you chalk a little bit and then you pull your transfer back and then you drop it down and you go a little further until your whole design is done. I think I can do this without doing that this time, because I'm leaving it really, really thick. A knock? Did you just look that up? That's something I would do. Or did somebody tell you? Maybe you know a Boy Scout. My grandson would probably know what it was called. So my grandson got to go to school for the first time in a year today. And I have not heard from him yet. Oops, almost put that in the wrong jar. To see how it went. So he was so excited this morning. He's in 3rd grade. Leslie, your grandson probably went too, right? Okay, we're almost there. Okay. All right, let's peel this baby off. Google is great. Fletching is the feather part, knock is the clip part. Oh, look how cool this looks. I love it. I love the contrast. Let's zoom you guys in a little bit. Ta-da! Alright, I gotta keep working now because I don't want this transfer to dry. I'm gonna put it back down on the bottom. Let's move this a little bit. I know, Google. What did we ever do without it? Do you remember we used to go to that place that had books and look things up? We really did. I guess some people still do. Alright, so I'm going to try to make sure this is down tight enough. I don't want to play with it too much, but go right back in with that weight and start over on the bottom. Thank you. Hi, Kadena. Were you laughing at me? I don't know. Because I don't know about bow and arrows. I actually had one when I was growing up, and it was a real one. And we used to set up in the backyard with a target. And I got pretty good. I was pretty good. Just because I don't know the name of it, I was pretty good. But let me tell you, my mom could shoot an arrow like it was nobody's business. Little Annie Oakley she was. She made us all, put us all to shame. We only shot targets, so that was plenty. All right. I'm glad to have you here too. Thank you for popping in. Can you see? Oh yeah, you guys can see what I'm doing. Sometimes I'm off screen and I don't realize it. It's usually when I'm really concentrating on one area. This is a little fussy right here, but it's going to be worth it. Just you wait and see. My glue gun came back to life. Did I tell you that? I don't get it. I'm not going to question it though. I would be sad if I lost my glue gun. I don't know if you guys know, Kadena, you probably don't know, but I have had my glue gun since I was a teenager. So, it's like an old friend. An old friend. And it wasn't cooperating the other day. It really looks old, I say. But I looked actually on Amazon trying to find the same glue gun, and there is nothing like it to be found. I'll show you it later because it comes with a stand, and you plug the stand in, but you don't have to keep the glue gun itself plugged, so it's cordless. All right, we have got this covered. We got it. Let's go in and do some scraping. Archery. Ugh, I used the wrong squeegee. Darn it. Let me grab another one. Trying not to mix my colors if I can help it, so I can put it back in the jar. If you do mix up your colors, just wipe it onto a paper towel. Don't put it back in your jar. So tomorrow, Leslie, I'm so sorry you're not going to be able to come to my class. I know you were looking forward to it, and I was looking forward to seeing you. But I have been sweating it out. I ordered the supplies for this workshop on February 2nd, and it was supposed to be here on Tuesday. I know there's been a lot of weather and stuff going on around the country, but it was supposed to be here Tuesday, and I was tracking it in Chicago, and it wasn't moving, so I was getting really, really nervous. But this afternoon, it finally showed up, so I was like, wow, that's a long wait. So it was late leaving our warehouse too, because we were waiting for shipments in the harbor somewhere in California, where lots of barges apparently are sitting in the harbor and they can't move. There's a clog somewhere in the system. Okay, we're getting there. I think I forgot to grab one of my colors that I wanted. But I'll get it. Alright, trying to work this before it gets dry. So far so good. Okay. And the ever famous peel and reveal. Let's see how it works. Okay, ready? So, you guys, you always start peeling from the corner, but as soon as you can grab it from the center of the transfer, the better. If you keep pulling it from the corner the whole way, you will stretch your transfer out. Nobody wants that. Oh, it looks so cute. It's really cute. There's a lot of junk still there. So I'm going to dry this up a little bit before we move on. I definitely got a cleaner image up here than down here. It's because I used it twice in a row and it was sewed fine that I couldn't scrape it well. So what I would recommend is that you wash your transfer, this transfer, in between the top and the bottom, so you get a cleaner image. It looks fine. It does, but if I were going to do it again, I would probably say to wash it and then start over. All right, we are good. Chalk dust. All right, I'm going to close up the white because we are done with that for tonight. I do need to go and grab my black though. Okay, it's right here. I feel like I'm sitting on a high chair up here because my table is very high and the chair that I have is about 4 inches too short for me, so I'm sitting on a pillow and it's just a little hard to get into it. Okay, so you guys have seen this. So my plan is next to take this little thing that I cut out and I'm going to put it here. And I'm going to do this part on there. So we're getting dimension. And then you can see that I have a couple holes here, which I'm going to wrap with this pretty teal ribbon all the way around the frame. I think it's going to look really, really pretty. Let's hope so. So I'm going to move this aside for now because we don't need it at the moment. And I just painted this this afternoon. So what I'm going to do is wax it. Let's move this stuff out of the way a little bit. Get the wax out. It's here somewhere. Here it is. This is surface wax that's available in my shop. The best reason to get this is because it has absolutely no odor. I've been using butcher's wax for 3 years and it smells so strong it'll blow you over. But this is nice, clean. It has no smell to it at all and it's white, so it goes on clear. Whereas the butcher's wax that I've been using all this time is tinted a little bit. So it's not a lot, but it does change the look just a tiny bit. So I'm just going to use a soft cloth and rub it, not a lot, just a nice light coat on here. And this helps to keep the transfer from sticking too tightly to the surface. And it also helps the chalk adhere to the paint. So I cut this out of a piece of little kind of like balsa wood earlier. Yep, that's it. Wax on, wax off. A little bit on and just rub it in. It's pretty easy. All right. Yeah, it really, I did some classes using regular butcher's wax and holy cow, it really, some people would say they had a headache from it and I'd rather not have people getting sick from the smells at my workshops. So yeah, that's it. That's all there is to it. All right, we're going to get this transfer out and fuzz it up a little bit. We've already marked the back, so we're good to go. And I've got my fuzzing towel. And I'm just going to go up and down, rub it down like 2 or 3 times and make sure that it's not too sticky. Actually, this is not horribly sticky. Some transfers come in and they are like crazy sticky. Other times they're not very sticky at all. So here we go. I cut this just a little bit bigger than the words, so I'm going to try to center it. Should be able to tell by these little tabs on the end if they stick out at all. Nope, they don't. And I'm going to hold it up for a second to the light so that I can see if it's in the right spot, because you can see through it. It's a little bit crooked, a little bit. So just reposition it. Does the wax help you remove the chalk later, or is it semi-permanent still? Great question. When you are working on wood, I would consider it to be permanent. It is very hard to get chalk paste off. Still not right. Sorry, guys. Off of a wood surface, because wood is porous and it's kind of sinks into the fibers of the wood. So I would consider it to be permanent. I have washed things off. hold on, sorry, I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. I have washed off things that have been painted. If you do it right away and take it to the water right as soon as you peel it off and you see something's wrong, take it to your sink and wash it off really, really well. Waxing does help if you've made a mistake for cleaning, and I always recommend that you use it on anything that's not like a Couture surface. Like if you buy a chalkboard in a craft store, you definitely want to wax it, because I learned the hard way that sometimes they sell chalkboards that are actually just painted cardboard. Yes, they do. So it's kind of an interesting answer that I gave you. Yes and no. Yes, it's still permanent, and after this is dry, you can also seal it if you want to. Hit it with a little bit of like a Krylon matte spray sealer, and that'll make it even more permanent. You can put it outside. When you're sealing, I always recommend that you use a nice light touch and several coats rather than one thick one, because if you oversaturate your chalk, it can reactivate it and turn it liquid again, and it can start to leak and bleed, and you don't want that to happen. You're welcome. Wax on, wax off. All right, so this is black velvet. So we're bringing in a little bit of black, like the background on the white. It's going to be really pretty. So I'm going to do Go Confidently in teal, and then I'm going to do Direction in black, and then the last line in teal again. So I'm going to do the paste and peel method for those of you who have never seen it before. If you have, that's okay. It's always good to see things more than once, right? So I'm going to go in with my teal. I'm using a mini squeegee. You always want to try to use the right tool for the job, and you don't want to use a big squeegee on a little project. It's just a little bit too awkward. But mini squeegees are great for most projects, and the small one as well. So I'm just spreading this on like we did before. And when you are just learning, use thick chalk. Just let it go a little bit thicker than I might do if I was alone, because you kind of have to get a feel for how quickly this dries, and you always want to remove your chalk paste or your transfer from your surface before it dries on the screen. So I'm scraping off all the excess now. Most of the time you can see the design right through the chalk if you scraped well. And there's no waste because it goes right back in that jar. So I try to get off, if I see lines in my designs, sometimes you do. Just kind of scrape it off. And we are ready to peel. All right, so paste and peel. This is what I was talking about a little while ago. I'm just going to pull this back till just below where I finished chalking. And I usually just let it hang out for a minute. You can also dry it if you're really, really careful. Do not get heat on your transfer, because you can warp it and melt it. I wrecked a couple just because I wasn't being careful, but that's all it takes. So I'm going to put that down nice and gentle. I'm not putting any pressure on that. I'm going to rub down the word Direction. And we'll go in and do that word. I have chalk all over me. And my daughter borrowed my paper towels. She had a project today. That's all right. You've seen me with chalky fingers before. I have no shame. Okay, we're getting there. It's really easy, you guys. You just spread this on like your butter and toast. It's my phrase. There we go. It's all covered. And we'll go back and scrape that off. Are you excited to see this all come together? I'm really close to those letters there. Be careful. All right, we're going to pull that back again, just like we did before. Oh yeah. All right. Now we have the last line. It looks like I have a little bit of something on there. See if I can clean it off. A little bit of black got on the A. Let's see how messy that becomes. And we'll go back in with that teal. So how many of you guys have been to Maui before? My husband and I were thinking about going to Pearl Harbor, but in order to do that, we'd have to be COVID tested, leaving the island and coming back to Maui to get our flight home. And it was just turning out to be a huge headache, so we're not going to go there this time. He really wanted to go to Pearl Harbor. He's going to golf instead. Just leave me on the beach. I'm happy. Okay, we are almost done. So if you guys are interested in joining the club, it's about, like I said, it's about $20 a month, and you can sign up and stay for at least 3 months, and then if you don't like it, you can leave. But you'll love it. It's really nice to get that surprise every month. I like doing projects with you with it. Yeah, I gotta fix that A a little bit. See if I can wet it a little bit. That's better. Da-da-da. Yeah, we really wanted to go to Pearl Harbor, but it was going to be $150 for each test, so that's $600 in COVID tests to go there. Just didn't seem reasonable. And a flight was going to be really expensive. We were like, well, we're only going, we've never been to Hawaii before, and you should do it while you're doing it, but while you're there, but it wasn't in the cards this time. Maybe another time. Maybe. All right, so it's time to put this all together. I'm going to dry this for just a minute. I've been to Pearl Harbor, I know. And Oahu, oh. I'm the only one who hasn't been there before, I guess. Right now we have another incentive trip going. And that one is to Orlando in September. I'm not sure that's going to work out for me because I do a state fair called the Big E every September, or except for last year. And I'm not sure if, I think the date that we'd get back is like the day that the fair starts, or the day before maybe. Cutting it really close. Let me pull you back a little bit. What do you think so far? Add to your goal poster for another time. I know. I have been to Disney World a million times, so if I don't get to that trip, it wouldn't be the worst thing. But what I really like is traveling with Couture. I've made so many friends along the way that I hate to not be where they are for such, fun times. So, I wonder if I could tie a knot here. I was gonna glue it, but maybe I'd make a cute little knot here. Let's see. I don't want to scratch my board. I'm gonna move it to the side. You're excited for the Big E? I don't know. I hope it happens. You missed it last year. It was really hard because it takes a lot of planning to pull off a show like that, and it was kind of nerve-wracking for a while. Why can't I tie a nice square knot? Let's try that again. Meg, do you go every year? Leslie goes every day. She's watching tonight. So I know that Kadena, I know you don't know what the biggie is. It's the Eastern States Exposition, which is the largest state fair in New England that happens every September. And I have a booth there where I share Couture. And it's fun. It's exhausting, but we get to meet a lot of people. And I think Leslie and I reconnected there. Do you like that square knot, or should I? I think it looks kind of messy. I'll bring you in. I don't know if I like that kind of knot there. Okay, let's go back to the other plan. I didn't want it to be too foo-foo looking, so it could be fine for a male or female. So my other plan was just to glue this in the back and wrap this around. And I think I'm going to do that because it just looks a little wonky. Leslie, I love seeing you every day at the fair. You come by and smile at me every day. Oh, please work. I have to show you my glue gun. The rest of it that you can't see here. We'll glue that. Let that set for a second. So this is my glue gun. This is my glue gun. And you can see it's corded here, but what's nice about this is that I can just take it off and not have any bulk or weight. And it just plugs into here where it gets charged. And I love my gun. I don't know what I'll do. You were in the parade? I think I was in the parade in high school. Mini donuts and kettle corn. You know what I did, you guys? I'm such a goofball. I put the, oh, I guess I didn't. I was going to say I put it upside down, but I really didn't because it could go either way. Wouldn't be the first time. All right, so here's my plan, is to wrap this from here around. Try not to do any damage. Oops, I'm sorry. Wrap it this way. What did I drop? Pen. So I just got this transfer a couple days ago. It took forever. I'm just going to blame it on the snow that's everywhere right now. So, it is a cool glue gun. Thank you. I think my mom gave it to me when I was in high school. I've always been a creator, you guys. Always, always. So this needs to be flipped. There we go. The tricky part is going to be to get this tight, right? There's a will, there's a way, guys. All right, pull that through. It's really cute. Get you guys back in here. Sorry. I wish there was like a warning that you could give me when I'm off camera or whatever. I don't know how I'm gonna get that glue down there, but I'm gonna try. I will try. All right, so this is tight in here. I'm being careful. And the glue came out. I'm gonna pull this really tight. Hopefully it'll be tight enough. If not, I can just put a dab of glue in the back, right? Didn't even burn myself. Oh, thank you, Cindy. You have the same hot glue? You had it. I was going to buy it from you because I need a new one. All right, so, see, is that going to stay? I think so. It's pretty cute. Let's see if it stays if I hold it up. Oh, hold on, guys. I'll turn it around for you. So I think what I need to do is get some of those little sticky dots out. I had them out yesterday too. That's not it. Hang tight. I got some. Okay, so these are my pop dots, not sticky dots, pop dots. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple behind here so that it stays where I want it to. And you can pop them off after when you're done using them if you want. I may have to double up on them. Yes, I think I will. So I'm stacking one on top of the other, so it's about, I don't know, 1/4 inch tall. I'm going to put a couple of these just to hold it. Hey, Miss Tracy, how are you tonight? And one over here. Let's see if I need 4. I'm going to make sure that I'm in the right spot too. Oh yeah, that worked. Yeah, Leslie, if you see one of these glue guns, get me one. Buy it. Can't even imagine how many projects I have used that on. So tomorrow, yes, like I said, I have a class in the morning and I have a class in the evening, so I don't think I'm going to be going live for you guys, but there are some things that I've got planned. I posted for you that'll be coming up while I am away. So, ooh, that worked well. That worked perfectly. All right, let's show you this all together. Dun, dun, dun. What do you think? Does it need anything else? Oh, yep. Tracy, I need to see what I have in my inventory. I'm not sure I have any of those left, but I will check tomorrow. I haven't been at my shop. There we go. What do you think? That light's kind of bright on there, but it's hard to see the go confidently when you're too close. Do we need anything else? Do we need a bow or just leave it? Sometimes simple is best, right? I love it. Okay, so guys, this is part of Club Couture, which again, if you are interested in being part of this club, and I would love to have you in my club, there's a link right in the description of this live so that you can click on it and thank you. Oh, I love these colors. You can click on my link and join the club and start getting your surprise transfer every month like Kadina and I do and a couple others. It's really fun to get them, and I love thinking outside the box of different things, different ways that you can use them. I know that you do get video and written instructions on the way that they designed it, but it's always fun to think of other things you can do with it. And this is my version of our transfer for this month. So I hope you enjoyed it. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me tonight. If I don't see you again, aloha. I'll post pictures. How about that? Would that be good? Thank you, Leslie. And Kadina for the hearts. Cindy, you guys are awesome. I love these colors too. I do. All right, that's what I have for you tonight. Have a wonderful rest of your night. And some of you I might be seeing tomorrow, but if not, I'll see you soon. And watch for my pictures and my videos. They're coming, I promise. Have a great night. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.